How are you? Think of me as like your bigger sister, okay? I'm gonna help you out with your tan. I'm gonna give you all my tips and tricks so that way you can achieve the perfect tan every single time. All right, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into it. First things first, prepping your skin for your tan is extremely important. I always recommend exfoliating the skin and shaving the legs and the areas, things like that, before you apply your tan. It really just allows the tan to sink in well, to apply evenly, and to not have any type of issues there. If you can, I like to shave either the morning of the evening I'm going to tan or like the day before. If you shave directly before you start tanning, those pores are still nice and open and it might give you some strawberry legs. I, for one, do apply moisturizer because I don't want my skin to be dry. Dry patches equals patchy tan. Moisturized skin, smooth skin equals beautiful tan. If you are going to be tanning right after you shower, do not apply any lotion. You haven't given your skin enough time to let it all sink in, and it's just not going to give you the best results. So if you can, moisturize and all that stuff the day before. If you're doing it directly beforehand, skip the moisturizer. For exfoliating, you can literally just buy these like exfoliating gloves. That is totally fine. I prefer to use this with my body wash in the shower. I think it gives me the smoothest exfoliation and it's not too rough. I find that sugar scrubs or salt scrubs can be a little bit too rough for my skin, and you're not trying to be red after exfoliating, okay? If you're red after exfoliating, you exfoliated way too hard, okay? You don't want to do it that rough. Just like a nice, pass through everything to make sure you have the dead skin off, but don't, rub your skin raw, okay? For the tan itself, so if you do have dry patches, like if your elbows get really dry, if your knees get dry, then I recommend applying a little bit of lotion, not too much, to those areas. If you have pretty balanced skin and you don't have really, really dry elbows or really dry knees, go ahead and omit that process. Okay, Bondi Sands is my preferred brand with tanning. I love Bondi Sands. I've been using Bondi Sands for years now, and these are the 3 products that I would recommend using for tanning. The one that I'm going to be using today is going to be the Bondi Sands Self Tanning Foam in Ultra Dark. This is Ultra Dark. If you are afraid or have not applied tanner before, go ahead and just get the dark. They do have medium, but personally for me, if I'm going to be tanning, I want to look like a bronze goddess, so I'm not playing around with my tanner, okay? It's going to be dark or it's not going to be on me at all. So the dark one is a beautiful color too. The Bondi Sands color is a really nice olivey color. It's not orange at all. The scent is great and it gives you such a beautiful tan. I really, really do swear by the Bondi Sands color. It's amazing. Another product that I really love if I don't have a lot of time is this guy. So this is their Aero Self Tanning Foam 1 Hour Express. It is not as dark as the Dark Mousse or the Ultra Dark, but it does give you a really, really nice tan. You can apply it, and then I actually, typically if I'm applying this, I will apply it, and then I don't usually wash it off. I just go about my evening, but it's supposed to be an express tan. So you're gonna get that tan that you desire within 1 hour. You can wash it off afterwards, or you can do what I do and just wear it all night long. I just wouldn't wear white with it, choose your outfit wisely. Especially if you're gonna be sweating or something, then, don't do that if you're not gonna wash this off. But if you wash it off, then it's no big deal at all. This is beautiful. It's really nice, great color. Okay, another thing for application is gonna be a mitt. You can use whatever type of mitt you would like. This is, again, just the Bondi Sands one. I've even used a fuzzy sock before a time or two and it works. Just, wash your hands afterwards because it doesn't have that nice, waterproof guard. The mitt is going to be your best application. What I like to do is I like to start from the top and work my way down to my legs. So I will just make sure I shake this guy up. Again, I've done all my prep already. I am gonna be using the Bondi Sands Ultra Dark. Love this stuff. And I'm going to apply at least 2 to 3 pumps for one arm. So the way I like to do this is with long strokes. You can see the color here. She's dark. It's really nice. So you really just want to do long, nice and easy strokes to your extremity. Do not put any self-tanner on your hands right away. Just do your arm for now, and then I'll show you what to do for your hands in a minute. And I do apply it to the armpit. Some people like to apply lotion to the armpit because they don't want those to be dark. I typically don't have issues with that, so I don't worry about it, but that is something that some people do. Okay, here you can tell, look at the difference already just with one application. This tanner does have a color guard so you can see where you apply it, but we're gonna just do the same thing to the other arm. For the chest here, I'm gonna just work around my swimsuit, but obviously I would typically not be wearing anything. We're gonna go up to the jawline, but not on the face. I will explain what you do to your face later. In the next clip, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that it was gonna be blurry, but I usually apply 3 to 4 pumps per leg, and I just do long strokes all throughout. Here you can see the color guard and what it looks like all tanned. Let's talk about your hands and your feet. If you have just an old foundation brush that you don't use anymore, great, this is what that's for. So you can also apply the same self-tanner to your face. Personally, every time I apply self-tanner to my face, it washes off the fastest because I exfoliate more and things like that. So I typically opt for a tanning drop or like a lotion to the face because that's something that I can easily keep up on because my body will be so dark, the face will just fade faster. So you're just going to take the tiniest amount of your tanner and you're going to apply it to the hands with the brush. It just gives a really flawless application. So first I just apply it with my hand open, and then you want to crinkle. Do you see what I'm saying here? You want to crinkle your knuckles and get into the crevices of those knuckles. You also want to make sure you get onto the sides and leave the palm completely free of tanner. We do not want tanner there. This self-tanner does take 6 hours to develop, but it can develop up to 24 hours, okay? So what I typically like to do is apply my self-tanner at night, go to sleep with it on, in the morning, wash it off, and that gives me at least, you know, an 8 to 10 hour development time, but it can develop up to 24, so just bear that in mind. You can obviously wash it off before 6 hours, you just won't get the full effects of it, and then like, what's the point of buying dark? You know, you might as well buy medium. I'm gonna do the same thing to my feet with the brush. And by the way, I can get my back. I don't have any issues with getting my own back, but if you have a friend or a partner, whoever that wants to tan your back, then absolutely just have them do it for you. But I usually just like, you know, get in weird positions to tan my back. I also will sometimes put my mitt in a brush. I'll show you what I mean here in just 1 second. I'll like take a brush of mine and put it in the actual mitt itself, and this just gives me an extension, and then from there I'll apply to my back. So if you have like a round brush or a brush like this can help give you a couple like extra inches to get your back for the tan. So after you have your tanner applied, it does take a little bit of time to dry. So if you can just kind of walk around a robe or, you know, whatever you want for 30 minutes or so, just to let it air dry a little bit, it'll prevent any kind of streakiness from occurring if you just were to throw some clothes on right away. Another thing is you can apply a second layer after it dries. So wait 30 minutes, and if you want to be even darker than what you already are, you can apply a second layer and it'll really give you a very dark look. For the face, this is what I like to do. I like to use tanning drops for the face. So what I will do are these two guys. I'll use my moisturizer, and then I will mix in the Isle of Paradise tanning drops in dark, and this will give me a really nice tan to the face without having to have any like splotchiness or things like that. And I can also keep up with my body, because if this starts to fade more and my body's still a tan, all I have to do is just add a few drops the next night to keep my skin looking uniform. So you typically just take the same amount of, you know, moisturizer you want. These come in drop form, and then you can put in, you know, 1 to 2 drops as needed. And then you just mix up the moisturizer and apply to the face, and it just gives you a really nice glow the next morning. It is a gradual tanner, so you're not gonna see it right away, but the next morning, I swear you're gonna wake up and you'll be like a bronze goddess. It's amazing. I'm gonna throw on something baggy. You're gonna wanna wear something baggy, so if you got your boyfriend's sweatshirt, your husband's t-shirt that you don't care about, that they won't care about, long sleeve preferably so you don't get anything on your sheets, things like that. All right, friends, I will see you in the morning, and we'll see what my beautiful tan looks like after it's spent the night developing. Okay, this is the next morning. This is what the tan looks like. I just hopped into the shower and I let the water run down my skin. Do not apply any body wash or anything this first day. You're just trying to get the color guard off, and then once I jumped out of the shower, I smacked on some lotion. Adding lotion is going to really increase the longevity of your tan and the evenness of your tan, and it's something you should do anyways every day. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I hope these tips and tricks help you in your tanning journey. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below, and I will see you guys in another one. Bye!